Hello everybody, welcome to my channel Drafting with Blocks. Today I will teach you how to make stylized darts. Don't think that darts are only in straight lines. They can be of any shape. They could be in the shape of a heart or in the shape of a circle or any other such shape that you fancy. When you have to make such type of stylized darts, the first step is to make the shape that you want on the block itself. This is the very first stage. Then to take the impression of this shape what you have made with the help of a bradawl, just pierce through the bodice block so that we get marks on the drafting sheet on what we are going to do the drafting. See, we have got the marks over here. Then just with the help of a pencil, go over these lines. This is the very first step that you have to make. If you think that you will be spoiling your basic block, then trace the basic block onto another sheet of paper and then that you can use it as a block. The next step is to first of all make the center front line. Then because the designing is on the right hand side, we will start doing drafting or dart manipulation from the other end, from the other side, from the left side. If design is on the right, we will start from the left. Just remember this thing. Then starting from one leg of the dart, go all over this again, all over the side seam, and then stop where? On the other leg of the dart. Then we will close this dart, shoulder dart. There is no other way that you can manipulate. We just have got one way only, and that is this way only. If we rotate the block in this direction, keeping finger over here, then only we will be able to continue with the drafting. Stop where? At the new position. When you mark the new position, then again with the help of bradawl, you will mark the line, the design line what you have made with the help of bradawl, so that this pierces through the block. And if you think that you will be spoiling your block, you can trace the basic block on another drafting sheet and then that you can use it for designing purposes. Then again just see that yes, you have got the impression. Bring it back to the original position. Then again close this dart. We just have got one way only to rotate this. There is no other option. Then continue with the and stop where? At the new position. This is the new position. When we reach over here, then again with the help of bradawl, we mark these lines. Bring it back to the original position. Before you remove this, be sure that you have got the impression when you place the block on the drafting sheet, the original position. Don't forget to mark these lines. Check it thoroughly before you remove this. Then with the help of pencil or marker, just make over these lines. Now how you are going to place this on the fabric? First of all, you will mark the grain line. Mark this over here and mark this line over here. This is the grain line which will direct us that how we have to place the pattern on the fabric. Grain lines have always got to be parallel to the selvage. So be sure grain line has to be parallel to the selvage of the fabric on what we are going to cut this. I hope you have understood these draftings. Now the next drafting I will show you how to do a circular dart. As I told you earlier that when we have to make the stylized dart, we have to make the style what we have to do for designing on the drafting itself. Now for a circle, we will have to make a circle over here on the block itself. Now on the block, and we also know that all the darts must pass through the bust point. So that is compulsory. Keep the inchi tape like this, hold it with the help of a pin, securely with the help of a pin, and then see that we pass through the bust point. Starting over here, make a circle, after we make a circle, then follow the same steps that I told you earlier, that with the help of Rudol, we'll pierce the points like this, so that we get the impression on the drafting sheet. We have to follow these points, otherwise it will be very difficult for us to make stylized darts. I hope you are following what I am trying to say. Okay. After this, the first thing what we have to do is mark the beginning, the center front line always. Then because the designing is on the right hand side, we will start from the left hand side, that is from the left leg of the block, starting from here, going over the side seam and the armhole, stop where at the new position. Now we have just one way to rotate, and that is this way. Just keeping your finger over here, continue with the drafting and stop where at the new position. Bring it back to the original position, rotate this block and stop where at the new position. Before you remove this block, make sure that you have made the impressions on the drafting sheet. Now with the help of pencil or marker, trace on the lines that you have made. Continue the same procedure. Continue the same procedure. Now, just be sure that you have got the impressions on the drafting what you have to make. Stop where? At the new position. So again follow the same directions that I gave you earlier. Before you remove this, make the grain lines. Grain lines have to be parallel to the selvage of the fabric you are going to cut. I hope you have understood this, how to make stylized darts. If you like my videos, please don't forget to like and subscribe. I shall be very thankful to you. For sewing purposes, you must remember that you have to cut the outline what you have made, remove this, mark seam allowances all sides, then mark the balance marks especially in the center, then try to sew this, because we should have seam allowances. We can only have seam allowances when you will cut the drafting from here and trace it separately with all seam allowances on all sides, and then try to go on the sewing machine and try to stitch the garment. Similarly, it is with this case also. First remove this, make the seam allowance lines, and then try to stitch them. I hope you have understood this method. Thank you so much.